Alright, what's up? King Boo is back again with another video, and today we are showing the strategy we have come up with recently to counter the new toxic not the grinding meta, the new toxic passive meta, which is indeed the village, or I guess mortar, but I think most people use the village for late game, along with the ninja and the glue gunner. So as this guy is using today. So the strat we have used to counter it is this mixed strat because we're playing some dark games, some dark whiz. Got a idea or something, a future grind which might disclose at a later date. Anyway, so we're practicing a bit of dart, but you can just use the dart link gunner as well. And just the main thing is that you've got the you can use budget cam grow. I prefer the cam grow on this one just because I want to play it with an eco power super eco boost. But yeah, basically you just want to farm on, in simple terms, you want to farm on and you want to spray in loads of balloons because it's a really tough strat to grind against, because if it's done right, they'll have the village down, they'll have the glue gunner near the front, so when you quick shot stuff in, it all just gets slowed down straight away, and then the ninjas clean it all up, so it's really hard to quick shot Team Towerstone. And they get you to round 18, and then once you got to round 18, they'll, if they've stopped max ecoing and are space ecoing, they'll be able to get off ninja stalls, and then you're pretty screwed to a BFB. But yeah, so that's partly why we want to do it with the Dart Monkey, but also in case you get that far. But yeah, the weakness to this strategy is that the ninja is not strong against just spamming in a load of balloons. So you could also do budget camgro blindness. That would also be really strong against this. But I like this one a little bit more, just in case you find a different passive strat, like probably lose the Dart Farm Ace, wouldn't you? But like an engineer strat, you would probably lose to. You could lose to. Maybe be the engineer strat actually, but. Just if you need a bit more time, or want to play against another grinder as well, this is quite strong. But anyway, so yeah, here we are, we're on a round 13, just sell all the farms slowly. They'll boost, but with only one ninja, they'll need to sell a glue gunner and get more loads. They'll need at least 4 jitsus, and because they're ecoing, they can't afford to get up this many jitsus, so you can just sell all the farms, and they're never defending this. Even with, maybe if they're like a jug or something, but no one plays jug launch. So yeah, lightning's not going to help that at all, and so that's how you win. So that's the only game I managed to get recently with against that strat, but we'll show a few more games of how you can use it, how to be versatile with the strat. Even though we do this all with dart, but we're not a dart player, so it just shows how easy to use it is, and with no boost, so, but with the wizard, so yeah, it is what it is. So this guy's using upgrade cripple, which is quite unique. You don't really see that every day. So anyway, we'll just go for our start. Also, by the way, I don't really know the dart spots well, so yeah, that's something. But I guess I'll slowly learn them, or maybe not, or just vibe with whatever looks sort of right. So yeah, we don't know at this point. He doesn't have salt, so I think we use our lightning a little bit earlier on. We get this dart monkey down ready. He doesn't. He plays this quite strangely. Yeah, we go for our plantation, and he goes for he sends us early yellows for some reason. He upgrades these in. Our Dart Monkey's almost defend, but not quite. So I use a lightning bolt just in case he had assaulted wounds, because I didn't need to do that then because we weren't going to leak that many lives. But 30 lives leaked on assaulted is not worth it. He sends us yellows for some reason, which is a really strange rush because he can't send us that many. And to let the fence hold, but even if he could send us more, we could just sell a Dart Monkey and get a lightning. So our farms are looking really strong at the moment. He starts to upgrade in balloons, so we get down 2 spalts, and I think we get 2 lightning wizards as well. And then with our lightnings, we can not convincingly defend, but just about defend. That cripple really slowed us down, which made it get really close. I was not anticipating that. I was anticipating a knockout and to be able to sell one wizard, get Dragon's Breath, and that be enough. So that was quite scary in the end. slow this down. And yeah, but now he's pretty much out because he's not had an eco power. He's now really low on funds. So I know that I just need to send in the rush, or I could fan club any other rush he tries to send in. He lightnings that, so we just decide to rush him here because I know he's not got like a quick shot or anything, and he used all his upgrade powers, and then we sell all our spalts to not speed the balloons up. All the balloons go by on his screen, but he DC glitches, and so he wins the game, even though he lost because he DC glitched. Literally see his Duckling gunner pointing to where he logged out from, so we facepalm him, of course. Make sure you facepalm him if you play against Ashley. Spam that facepalm button because he's a DC glitcher. But no, we won that game, basically. So the final game we'll show is, which was the one? I think we won that one as well, but I can't remember. That one, for some reason, we changed the strat up, even though we would have been in it with the other one. We'll show this one. Okay, so this is against a passive player, showing how we can play against engineered passive. Now on this shorter map, but I don't think the map length had too much of an impact, so I think this is the dart spot for the first one. I don't know about the second one though, and the third one's on the building bit. But yeah, so he sends us eco, he's playing engineer, so we send him some stuff at the start. I played this quite aggressively to try and get some of his lightnings out of the way, which does prove to be beneficial later on. So yeah, so we got our farm down, get the 1-0, get our other Dark Monkey ready. I don't know if that's the second spot or not. I don't think it is because it doesn't look the most convincing of defend. They have to get the triple dart quite quickly. But anyways, yeah, so we get his first lightning out the way, get our eco up. The super eco boost really helping with the eco as well. He's gone for dual eco boost. We send him some blacks and then greens soon, I think. Unless we farm on. We could farm on. Yeah, we farm. Okay, we farm on now. We send blacks after he's gone for his farm as well. And now with greens, it's going to force his next lightning, I believe. Oh no, I can't actually remember this game to be honest, but just a rough. Okay, he then sold his other Indy to get his farm out. We just lightning bolts that. He's sending yellows, but he just tanks them as well. We definitely get his 2 lightning bolts out of the way quite early. Remember that. Okay, now we're sending some more in, and oh, okay, no, I remember when we got the second lightning bolts. Never mind. Yeah, so he just tanks all that. We get really high eco from all this. We place our wizard down quite high up to get the leads nice and early, so our defense can pop it. Get that lightning on it for the regens. Get our farm down. Got 600 eco at the moment, which is really strong. Slow this down. And now we're going to send in the rush. So I think the best rush is to get the camo regen zebras, just because they are fairly cheap and you don't need to sell too much to get off a fairly substantial rush like this. So this rush forces him, well not forces him, but a spike storm, because it's all regens, is not going to be too strong, and because there's so many, so he decides to sell all his defense and go for the spiked mines, and definitely on damage boost this is easily going to defend. However, because we're using Dark Monkey here, it means that he can't just wait and send us a BFB, or he doesn't have deactivate like our Spectre strats, so he can't just send in stuff and deactivate, so he has to refarm, which means he has to sell the spiked mines, which means if we just farm on then we're completely fine. So he sells it, goes for his... I send this in way too early because there's still so many spiked mines left, but thankfully he's nervous and sells all his farms again and the engineers, so that's definitely quite a bit of money lost there. Just to do that, and now he has to sell the spiked mines again, and there's still spiked mines down, so I don't know why I try and send in some camo balloons. But thankfully again he is still nervous. I think it's because he's not got any of his powers available at the moment, because he used all his lightnings up, and that's why I was thinking about using all the lightnings up, being strong, and his damage boost was on cooldown. So it's basically equal a bit just because we're near 900. I want to get to a round number. And yes, we have like 900 eco, and we got 3 plantations, so we're in a good spot. We're predicting that he's going to send us in a Moab, so that's why we're not farming on. As we know, we're just selling 1 plantation. We can hold 2 plantations and 900 eco. So we sell a farm. We go for this fan club here. I think with a dragon's breath and a few trip darts, maybe a jug on strong, and a lightning, we would have been able to defend that anyways. But we sell the fan club, go back for our farm, and a couple trip darts, and he sends in another one as predicted. But you can see he's almost trading himself a bit, I guess, because he needs to get stronger farms if he wants to get deeper into this game. But no, so we decide to go for our bottom dragon's breath. Probably should have gone for a jug as well, but we decided not to. A little bit close, but thankfully with the lightning we not doing too bad. And so now we decide to send in a BFB because with our final cam grow, we know that the spike storm is going to struggle against it. It can take most of the spikes ahead of the BFB. And that he'll then have to, see, this basically just means he has to sell all his farms. We sent some rainbows in as well. And the spike storm hits all the regens first. He goes for this spiked mines, and he goes down to this. But you can just see that even if he did defend it with this spiked mines, he's just not in a good spot, because we can actually just resend that whole rush in if he tries to sell his spiked mines. And he's got no farm. He could get a oh, he smiles as well, which is nice. He could get in a spiked mines again, but he's just been drained too hard, and so we win that game. But yeah, so that's how you counter the new strat, even though we only countered it once. That new strat, which is it's a horrible strat, just because it's not designed with a tower good for early game, but because the glue's broken, it now becomes an early game tower, even though it's designed to be a later stalling tower, which means you can put more later game towers in, like the ninja and the village, and it still work, rather than having to sacrifice for something like a dartling gunner or a tack shooter or something like that earlier on in the game. But yeah, so that's the video for today. Hope you enjoy, and yeah, see you, adios.